You know, I think I'm a person who does nothing when chilling out, but when working hard, very diligent, I'm turning into a hard worker and got single life lever. I don't know why, but that is my genetic things, I guess. Um, well, it's quite interesting. About 3 years ago, when I was in Seoul working for a professional football team, I was just all about what I was doing at my job, and at the same time, I got to know how hard my financial stability would be, if I just kept working there. Because I got minimum wage in Seoul, getting by myself, living in semi basement. So all I had to do when I just woke up was to catch some bugs, just lying right next to me, lying. So yeah, I got nostalgic. So at the time, I was like, I remember that was the most remarkable and sparkling moment I've ever had in my life, because that actually changed the entire thing of my point of view towards something financial. Before that, I didn't know anything about economics. I didn't give a shit about that. I was like, oh, I'll be just happy if I just work for like just any jobs as a part timer as well, even as a part timer. But it wasn't. Turns out there was something lacking, even if I get a stable job, like especially in sports field. So it all came down to financial stability. If I kept working there in sports industry in Korea, especially in football, I didn't think I would be, staying healthy, staying wealthy. Um, well, there are pros and cons, especially football, because I don't think football infrastructure in Korea is that stable compared to other leagues. A half of teams are supported by Korean government, local governments, so they are running their teams with taxes, which is ridiculous. That is not, that's not what um professional team is supposed to be. That's not how they are meant to be, existing. Do you know what I mean? So from that um, structure problem, I think it was quite vague. I mean, my future of this field. So that's why I decided to quit and then moved to Australia. At first, I was just thinking that I would be happier if I get enough money, if I get more paid compared to when I used to be in Korea. And actually, I actually racked it up. Definitely, the salary was much higher than that, much more than what it used to be in Korea. And then I think I've been saving a lot. I lost quite a lot because of future trading though. But anyway, nevertheless, it's been quite fine, still affordable, still livable, you know. Um, so there's no need to be crumbled. I mean, well, but at the same time, you know, I can't help thinking that I'm in unstable stage because once my visa's expired, I'll have to make a choice that whether I leave, stick around there or not. And I should think about my next chapter, you know. It could be going to graduate school, I mean, postgraduate school for master's course, but I haven't decided perfectly yet, completely. Well, it's quite tough one because you know you need to put about like at least more than half of your budget you earned in Australia and you saved actually could be over 75%. It depends on you know which university you go to. And now I'm thinking of the best university that I'm able to go. Yeah, because I'm always striving for success in any field, especially what I like, football, sports industry. You know, I majored in sport marketing, and then I'm dreaming about that once again. Um, because you know, that's my favorite field in my life, and sadly, I'm not happy when I'm working in mine site, which is unstable, which is very profitable, but at the same time, I am not interested in that field. I'm not interested in like what you know, fitting or boiler making, something like that, something mechanical. I don't know why, but I try to be into it, but it's just the um, texture thing, you know. Hmm. Yeah, so you know, whenever I pay attention to what I'm doing at the mine site, sometimes I may be nerve wracking, even though I'm getting more paid, even though I'm getting much paid. Yeah, I was obviously happy, and I mean, I've been obviously happy with my salary, my wage in my company, but at the same time, I'm nerve wracking somehow, you know, about my future. Um, well, so, mm, yeah, I tend to blank out whenever I think of my next chapter. Like, if I make a bad choice, then how hard am I gonna be struggling with? No idea, actually. Nobody knows, and no one would take care of me for that. And it doesn't have to. Can someone ease my nerves? No one. No one. Well, today I met a friend who wants to come over to Australia for working holiday life, and he's eager to get a job in mining field, same as I did. And I told him to try different approaches in the first place. Instead of going to mining field in the first place, you could take different approaches, and then finally you could get in there with heaps of skills like operating mobile plant operating skills. So I told him other story as well, and then I got to look back on what happened to me, for 2 years in Australia. Just looking back at my past, I'm just like, yeah, what have I achieved? What have I erected up? Mm-hmm. How did I achieve it? I don't know. I was just trying to chase just daily's goal every single day. It's not just something happened all of a sudden out of nowhere. You just I just mustered up my courage to, put my resume in some companies in person, just moving around with my car, with my colleague, with my Korean friend, and then that's how I lived, and that's how I got a job. Well, there's so many things to say, but it's already over 11 minutes. Well, I don't know why, but I do like speaking in English in front of the camera. Mm. Which is good. That means I still like speaking in English. And I think I'm getting the hang of speaking English, as the time passes. At the first day, it was quite awkward for me to do it because it's been a long time. But now I think I'm used to it. Yeah, so I'm purposely using this academy patterns, but it's still hard anyway. Even today, I did binge it. Shit, I'm gaining too much weight. So tomorrow's gonna be my in-body test. In-body test. But my results going to be worse than last month. I'm pretty sure, because I haven't worked out that much compared to last month. I think I'm gonna get back on my track. Shit. How terrible of my willpower. Will I have to do fasting something? But it's gonna be very painful, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys that how I lived currently from 2022 to now. The point is, I left no stone unturned for saving my money, and then just by one mistake lost a big part of my budget. You guys will never do any kind of future trading. I mean margin call in whether in cryptocurrency or whatever. Whatever. I'm still that's still hung up on my head. That still sticks in my head. Yeah. I was right. Stick in your head. Stick in your head. I don't think it would pass by anytime soon. it will stick you in the head, you know, just whenever, just even if you get rewarded, even if you get rewarded by any other coins or any other stocks, you know, once you lose it, it remains, it lasts for the entire of your life, I guess. Maybe it might take at least 3 years. That's my thing. That's my thought, you know. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have traded margin call, but I did it, unfortunately and stupidly, and that was the dumbest moment I've ever had in my life. And just in a night, ah, just in a night. Fuck. Anyway, for tomorrow, I think I should get going.